Hello learners, welcome back to another session of Business Law and Ethics. So today we will be discussing about the topic Customs Duty Act of 1962. Okay, so what do you mean by this customs duty? A customs duty is a duty which or the charge which will be paid for the customs clearances when we export or import certain goods, when we export to another nation or when we buy something from another nation. There are certain charges to be paid at the ports, maybe at the airport or the ship ports, like water ports. So we have to pay certain customs duties. So there are certain acts and regulations and the law relating to the exchange of goods through the ports, and we will be discussing about that in detail. The Customs Act was formulated in the year 1962 to prevent the illegal imports and exports of goods. Besides, all imports are sought to be subject to a duty with the view to affording protection to the indigenous industries as well as to keep the imports to the minimum in the interest of securing the exchange rate of Indian currency. So what does it mean that like all the imports are sought to be certain subject to the certain for all kind of importing. Like if you want to import certain goods from America or any other nations, we want to pay a kind of charge at our ports. It is because the duty is kept to protect the indigenous or the national product or the domestic product, to protect the national or the domestic product. This particular charge is being kept. Okay, the levy and the rate of customs duty in India are governed by the Customs Act of 1962 and the Customs Tariff Act of 1975. The imported goods in India attract basic custom duty, additional custom duty, and education cease. So we'll see what is the custom duty on imports and export. The custom duty on imports to India and export out of the India. Section 12 of the Custom Act, often called charging session, the section 12 of the Customs Act is called also known as charging session, provides that duties of customs shall be levied at such rates as may be specified under the Custom Tariff Act of 1975 or any other law for the time being in force on goods imported into or exported from India. So the charge is the rate of the customs duty or the charge that the tax charge or the levy charge will be fixed by the Customs Tariff Act, or it is according to the Customs Tariff Act of 1975. So what are the basic custom duties to be paid? All goods imported into India are chargeable to the duty under the Customs Act. So whatever be the kind of goods we are buying or which are imported from other nation will be chargeable for the customs duty. And the rates of this duty, popularly known as the basic custom duty, are indicated in the first schedule of the Customs Tariff Act of 1975 as amended from time to time under the Finance Act. So this Customs Tariff in the Customs Tariff Act, there is written for the rate of each items which are being bought from each nation based upon the quantity, based upon the number of items, and based upon the country from where it is imported. So there are the charges have been fixed, and it is being listed in the Customs Tariff Act of 1975, and time to time, as the time changes, as the year passes, the charges are being also changed. The duty may be fixed on ad valorem basis or specific rate basis. Ad valorem means the value, based on the value of the the volume or the quantity of the product, or based upon the it can be based upon the ad valorem basis, that is the quantity or the value based or specific rate basis. The duty may be a percentage of the value of the goods or at a specific rate, may be based on the quantity basis, that is ad valorem basis, or based upon the value. The central government has the power to reduce or exempt any goods from this duty. So only the central government has the power to exempt from the customs duty. So we will see what are the additional duty of the customs other than this export and import. What are the other duties? This countervailing duty is leviable as additional duty on goods imported into the country, and the rate structure of this duty is equal to the excise duty on like articles produced in India, like the articles produced in India. The basis of this additional duty is that the value of import plus the duty levied earlier. So if there are on some particular items which are same, like if we in India, if we produce some item and same like an item is produced in any other nation, and the person is importing that particular item from another nation, then he have to pay extra charge other than that of the custom duty. That is the additional duty of the customs. Okay, and that is the additional duty. If the rate of this duty is on ad valorem basis, the value for this purpose will be the total of the value of imported article and the customs duty on it. That is, both the basic duty have to be also paid and the auxiliary duty also have to be paid. Now, what are the import duties? Under Customs Act of 1962, export duties. Under the Customs Act 1962, goods exported from India are chargeable to export duty. The item on which the export duty is chargeable and the rate at which the duty is levied are given in the Customs Tariff Act of 1975. And however, the government has emergency power to change the duty rates and levy fresh export duty depending upon the circumstances. And regarding the auxiliary duty, that is the additional duty, this duty is levied under the Finance Act and is leviable all goods imported into the country at the rate of 50% on their value, based upon their value. If it is it's worth 1,000 rupees, the 50% of that can be charged as the auxiliary duty. However, this statutory rate has been reduced in the case of certain types of goods into different slabs rates based on the basic duty chargeable on them. So this auxiliary or the additional charge is also reduced based upon the basic duty which have to be paid. Okay. Now, export procedures. What are the procedures which are included in the export duty and export duty? So, entry outward. Loading in convenience can start from the entry outward is given by the custom officer. Then export manifest or export report. The person in charge conveyance is required to submit an export manifest or export report. Then registration with the DGFT and EPC. So the exporter has to obtain an IEC number from the DGFT in advance. He should be registered with the Export Promotional Council EPC, and then only he will receive the export benefits. So this is a procedure if one who have to export some item from India to another nation. And next stages are third party export. The third party export, how it works is the export can be a manufacturer, exporter can be a manufacturer himself or a third party. The merchant exporter means a person engaged in the trading activity. Then registration of the documents under the export promotion scheme. Then shipping. Finally, the shipping. Now about the import procedures. If you want to import certain item from another nation, what are the procedures? So first, bill of entry for home consumption on the payment of the customs duty. Then bill of entry for warehousing when it have to be stored at certain places. Then the yellow bill of entry for the warehousing. Yellow bill of entry is for the warehousing. It is also termed as into bond bill of entry. Duty is not paid and imported goods are transferred to warehouses where these are stored. Green bill of entry is for the clearances from the warehouses on the payment of the customs duty. So in the bill of entry for the home consumption also there are certain bills, colored bills. So in the warehousing there are two colored bills, that is yellow bill for the stocking and green bill for the clearances. And here in the bill of entry for the home consumption there is a white bill for home consumption. And imported goods are cleared on payment of the customs duty. Like once the customs duty is been paid, the based upon the white bill entry, it will be transferred to home consumption. Now the bill of entry for the home consumption on the payment of customs duty. It is repeated. So this is all about the export and import activities. What are the major procedures? What are the major duties? What are the major the taxes levied on the purchase of items or sales of item from a nation to another nation, that is the export and import, what are the basic duties to be paid and all those things. This concept is clear to you all. I hope the concept is clear. If you have any difficulty, let me know. Thank you.